This is the Vendetta game. I'm going to be pausing a lot. This is just to let you guys know, this is going to be coaching for specific people that post in my Discord. I will review your videos. Mentors that are also in the Discord can as well. Same thing for SighDUX. The goal is to spread awareness to players that make these same mistakes, maybe expand upon my community, and most importantly, help the player that is playing. So there will be pausing, you'll see me hit reticles, and it should be a lot of fun. So right here, you do not have the range with that auto rifle to be looking down this hall. You should be using this piece of cover and looking up left or further left down the hall, because those are ranges you can look at with your auto. To the right, you can use radar and then bait the corner when they come around. You're going to be out of position. He lights you up a little bit. You pull out your shotgun, you got suppressed. He bags you, of course, because this is Destiny. You end up meeting him on the outside. This is a great kill, don't get me wrong, but you went too far out of cover with your auto. Right here is as far as you should be going, and then you can, that way you can get back to cover in time. You killed him, so it doesn't matter this time, but if there's more than one opponent or the guy hit better shots, that could have been your death. Nice JoJo pose. Or a Ramen, you know? Goes back to this same zone, even though they already have control of it. And right here, he is playing closer to where I'd want, but I'd be further back to the left in case the person has a shotgun. And he had a shotgun. If you were further to the left, he wouldn't have been in shotgun range. But even more, I want you to practice. You have shotgun ammo right now. Light him up a little bit, slide shotgun, or just continue backpedaling and pull out your shotgun. Chip damage with shotgun, you would have killed him. Right now you might not be in the right headspace because this is the second time this guy has bagged you, and I bet you will go to A to get your revenge and get the zone. That ended up working out, but look at your reticle placement. Your crosshair placement, I should say. Nice. You're staring at the floor, and you saw him strafe the other direction, so you could be pre-aiming here already. There's reactionary aim, and there is predictive aim. I would have predictive aim and be looking at head level. You are looking at basically the floor. And if you are uncertain left or right, then point in the middle at head level so you have equal distance to flick. But I would prefer to look over here and then have to react. But it was a good knife. You see him? You look, you're still at the floor. Still at the floor. And then you line up the head. Nice kill. But I'm just saying it could have been less close. Great kill though. The bruh from him is funny. Probably how I would react. Too far for your auto. That's a 720. Everburning Glitz does not have that range. Or as Buster Blader likes to say, Everburning Glizzy. Anyways. You should have jumped across B and look over, or just go down the tunnel and go towards C. Okay, time to slide. You end up assisting, but that would be a perfect slide shotgun. Going back to A, probably to see your nemesis. Okay, this is what I want you to practice. Did you hit a bunch of shots and were there body shots and a slow TTK? Sure, whatever, it's fine. You kill him. As you're going up these stairs, pay attention. Auto, you did about half his shields. Swap to your shotgun, finish him off. Just practice chip damage and hot swapping. You got the kill. It doesn't matter, but I want to see those habits being ingrained in, right? Right now you're doing a good job not letting the right side see you. Cool. But look at your reticle placement. Still kind of looking at the ground. Here. That right there was kind of... You didn't need to, like, just walk into him. You could have slid, but he had Acria, so there wasn't much you could do. See the structure right here? You can either do a short hop to try to hit him with a knife, because you know that that person's over there, and then use your jump to jump backwards. Or you can do both your jumps real fast just to ape him and do a shotgun knife down below while he's below you. Remember, you are a hunter. Use your in-air mobility. Remembers are special, doubles back. Gotta respect the fellow special gremlin. Did not see him, freaked out, but great reaction. It is kind of hard to see an invis guy in there. There was no radar ping, so I think you probably were still freaking out and that's why you grenaded. You see the invisible guy that time because he's burning, but great shots. I would still be holding that angle, but looks like right here you're uncertain where you want to be on the map and what you're wanting to do. You should, that would have been a great knife, great prediction, just didn't work out. But as I was saying, I would really try to figure out A, what you're doing now, B, what you want to do next. Think about those two things. What is your goal? Because if you think about it, you've been basically on this box for a while. And you could either A, try to hold down B, leave B and go to C. But on this map, you really just want B and C. You don't really want A. I understand why you went to A couple of times because you're Vendetta with redacted. That is an immediate nope. There was two people. Hopefully you do back out. Nice. And then I would just reposition here. Great knife. You're probably gonna wait for the second guy trying to knife him too. That'd be a slide shotgun, but you still killed him. You got some kills and you went to go push out. Okay, right here. You just fell for the, oh, I got a couple kills, I now need to push trap. That's called getting greedy. You have 10 seconds on the heavy, you killed that guy. There is no one immediately close to you. And they're all obviously to the right or in front of you. You should just be doing your best to protect the heavy so your teammates get it. There's no reason to push out there. Especially shotgun out. You just got excited with the 2 kills. If you can, always be trying to keep track of how many enemies are there. Right here, you should have popped your super to try to make it so your teammate can get the heavy. He did, but like secure it for your team, but you don't have to. But I'd be looking to pop your super soon, either because right now you have zone advantage. You're not gonna have it for long because it looks like C, and it's just better to use your super because it's gonna give orbs to your teammates and it's gonna help with the snowball. Like there's 2 people in front of you, I would just pop. Good kill. Again, you were kind of looking at the ground at first. I know you just threw your grenade, so you're probably still like, but let's look how long you looked at the ground for when we come back around the corner. Okay. Almost 6 seconds. You might have killed them faster or just like work on that, like going back to head level. Especially if you play in PC lobbies, like your biggest advantage is going to be 1, aim assist, and 2, as a controller player, is reticle placement. Like you need to have your reticle placement on point. The best snipers in the game are already at head level. They don't flick as much as you'd think. You popped it, but you had that for about a minute longer than you needed to, and that could be more orbs or maybe building towards, you know, another super. Control is about getting zones and momentum. So, great kills though. All headshots, lots of orbs for your teammates. That was a knife for sure. I think I would have just shot him, but I understand what you're going for. I think the knife should be for like immediate threats. Okay, if you reload again, you only need to reload once, my friend. You have 52 bullets. 33. 35. 35 bullets will kill this next guy, and that it may not seem like a lot, but you are reloading for the third guy. Look, he's in your frame for a couple seconds. If you were just already ADS looking, you could have killed him. Also, you see a Titan coming at you, jump up, look down, and done with your shotgun. You have shotgun ammo. If a guy gets too close to you, that's what your shotgun's for. Defensive pushes like that. Someone's being pushing you, you just pull it out, bang, dead. You don't have to close the distance if they close the distance. A little far for your auto, but it could still hit. So like, not too far. Just bear in mind. Great. How you ran and reacted to that is how you should react when someone's pushing across the gap with a special, a shotgun, or a melee. You're about to say something. You're about to. But you decided not to. Good on you. Good on you. Yeah. Nice shots. Good reticle placement. At the floor again. That's a very unlikely knife with there being 1, 2, 3, almost 4 walls it could hit. That it would be better just to save your knife for somebody more out in the open. Think of your knife like a fusion, right? Would you try to thread the gap with a fusion? Right there? Probably not. It would just be a waste of your special. So, probably don't waste your knife like that. It's okay if he gets out there. Back to A, your home base. Hopefully we see Redacted again. You're checking for supers, I imagine. Nice. That's way too far for your auto, friend. Don't even look at like places like that, or zoom into places that you're not even going to be able to hit them with your whatever your weapon is. There's no point. That's not your angles, but you just should tell yourself that's not my lane, that's not my angle, and just reposition. Remember, you have 3 shotgun shots here. I would have just, even if like it, either A, reposition as soon as you hear the Strand Titan, or B, if you know he's going to be pushing you, don't be crouching here, you're going to ruin your ADS movement speed. Oof. But, or B, put a shotgun shot into that man. That way maybe your teammates might be able to finish him off because you did great chunk damage. You're deciding, do I melee him? Do I shotgun him? That's so funny. I would reload that shotgun shot. Nice knife. See how he's out in the open and you just lined it up. Great reticle placement. That's what we want to see. Not much you could do there. I don't have a lot of criticism for that, besides not putting yourself in that corner to begin with. But once you're there, there's not much you can do. You took 2 with you. Good on you. Immediately go in there. You heard a scream, you heard a shot. He might not have a shotgun shot. He is low. Now he's going to be recovered, so don't go in there anymore. Nice knife. And it's unredacted. That would have been great, but it looked like you couldn't decide who to flick to, and I think it went in between them. You did a slide shotgun. I would have immediately spun and slid. It's not like your slide's on cooldown, so you could just slide in case you don't know where the person is. It'll make you more unpredictable. Great game, though. Okay, on to the second game. Okay, this looks like you're using Igneous and one of the pellet hand cannon shotguns, which I'm going to refer to as Hottie from here on out. Hand cannon shotty, Hottie. With lightweight throwing knives. Good build. I'm assuming Assassin's Cowl because I don't see Young Ahemkara on your arms. Like you can see those spines, you know. Fragile focus, precision instrument. Nice roll. That is your trip mine, by the way. You are unless it could be the Solar Warlock. Never mind. Now you don't have enough to kill anybody if he heals or is a new person. Reload your gun. You have no reason to re-challenge. You should be reloading. If you re-challenge, you'll die. Okay. So your teammates weren't fully pushing in there. Your Igneous would, after you reload it, would have the range from right here. Just look down this hall with your Igneous, and if they push you, pull out the shotgun. Your teammates weren't in there, so you kind of just gave them a 1v2. That's not a bad thing. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but honestly, your teammates are probably going to die because you died. Looks like you were carrying this team. So it may be harsh to hear, but your death there got them both killed because they had a 3v2. Because you didn't take one with you at least. So while you can do very well and carry your team, there's also small things you can do to make the carry easier. Great knife. I would be trying to peek fire with that corner there. Just peek fire with the shotgun. Bang, go back in the cover, step out, bang. Or bang, go back in the cover, step out, throw the knife, bang. You know, play your cover. You won't have the range for that angle. Luckily, they don't have a sniper. You're pretty close to super, which is great for your team. Early super is crazy. I know it's because of heavy-handed and the knife stuff. If you push this, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think the biggest thing I've noticed with you is spacing. And once you get a kill, you just want to sprint and go look for another kill. You kill this guy here, you don't want to push towards the shotgun. A shotgun up close is always going to be a hottie. Hotties are, their advantage is you have them all the time, but they should lose to a special. That's just how it should be. Play that corner. Don't push him. Shotgun knife. You win. You still killed him, but because you closed the distance doing something for him, you made his shotgun kill work. Pulling the special so the enemies can't pull it. Smart. That is definitely a strat to do. I usually try to do it when my teammates are nearby or in the side of the map. That way they have an opportunity for it. Good kill. Like right here is where I'd pull. Yeah, because you have a teammate outside. Okay. You don't remember reticle placement. You could place it here and wait for someone to step out. You could place it down here and wait for someone to step out. Or you can place it in between and wait for someone to step out. Jump. And then do your second jump so you can go backwards. So you're in the air. That way you're above him. Again, you don't want to push towards the shotgun with a hottie. That's how you lose. And again, not ragging on you. You are definitely carrying your team. You're close to your super. Hopefully you wait until they have no corner or no cover to bait, because Blade Barrage is notorious for whiffing that way. You need to make sure they have nowhere for them to go. Don't play ring around. Don't play. Oh my gosh. You're a hunter. Jump in the air. Look how low he is. And because you went for the knife, you know you can't get the knife. There's a tree there. If you would have just had your gun out because of the animation, you don't have it out in time, you could have just two-tapped him. But at this point, you know he's going to be playing around this tree. It's short. Just jump, look down. You only have to hit like 30 damage to kill this man. Oh crap. You got him, and like your teammate came and it's totally fine. But yeah, just go for it. Don't super here. Get further. Get further. No, he's gonna get around that corner. You want to make sure that you're like closer to this wall, so you're throwing it down that hall. That way there's nowhere for them to go. You got first super, but unfortunately it ended up whiffing. Right, when you jumped up there for the knife kill, if you would have had Blade Barrage there and Blade Barrage there, that would have been perfect because you would have got two. You somehow flicked and got the 3-piece. Nice annihilation. Great stuff. I think that you're another thing is you're a little bit too eager to force the hottie throwing knife combo. I think you should be trying to lane a little bit more, put a little bit team fire in for your teammates. They're probably trying to lane and they're lacking your igneous. Okay. Once again, let's use your hunter mobility. As you push off this edge, immediately jump back up so he's below you and you can shoot him. I know you didn't see him at first, totally fine, but get in the habit of that. You want to be above the person. That's why reconnaissance, information, intelligence, they all use planes because it's easier to get a bigger picture when you're above it, right? So try to be above it. I wouldn't have your hottie out. You don't have the range for that. And I would be immediately jumping up to your left because you're going to put yourself in a position where you can't get away. If you have no backup plan or no exit plan, it's just a death. Hopefully you can get a trade out. Nice, you got a trade out. But if you went up top, you have that choke or that doorway up top you can bait him into. And then you could go down the stairs. So luckily your teammates tied it up, but maybe you get all three of them there and then you're that much closer to your super and then your teammates don't. You know, and you're ahead, not tied. This is a slide. Nope, too far. This is a slide, or you back up and play the corner with your igneous. Looks like you had a no reg. Good grenade on his part. Let's go back and see if that was a no reg. No, you mistimed. Nope, mistimed. You just shot it underneath his foot. You're just not used to the RPM of follow-up shots with the hottie yet. That's all. Probably only close because you are doing well, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to focus on things to tighten up to make your games even easier, my friend. Right here, I knew you were gonna die. This piece of cover doesn't protect you from Mohawk, that corner, the wall, this box, the red shield behind, the doorway behind you, or the doorway to your right, and the doorway behind you. If your goal is to stop this heavy, go down this hall, play this corner. You can now see the other side of the Mohawk, see the person you were trying to shoot at, and all of this can't see you unless they're standing where you are. 6 angles that can see you, and you're only blocking 1 angle with that piece of cover. You gotta think about lines of sight. Nice follow-up shots. And you get the res, which is huge. There's a smoke. He is to your right. I heard him jump. He's floating. It's a Dawnblade. Nice kill. Huge. Looks like you're gonna get a second super. Hopefully you don't whiff this one, JK. It's okay. He got 1 person with his super. Looks like your teammates are separating. Oh dang, he only got 1 person with his super. They're up by 5. We'll see how this gets turned around. Just pace your shots. You were trying to rush them. Let your gun reset a little bit so you have less bloom. And then you'll also just make sure you hit your shots. You had the first shot. You could have won that. If you don't have the first shot, that's the time to slide and leave. But it's a hard duel regardless because it's a 120 versus an auto rifle out in the open. And 120s have a second TTK. You saw your teammate go through the door, so you know that they're not there. There's been one above the whole time, so it's hopefully you jump up top. You did, but your teammate already killed him. You probably really just trying to get your next super and probably stressing that they're like at 32 right now. You're like, oh my gosh. Hot dog? What's Hot Dog gonna do? Oh, Hot Dog got him. Let's go. Good stuff. That was huge from Hot Dog. If you guys win, that play right there could be why. I know you've been carrying and the only reason they had a chance, but that was a good play from him. Little far, but not far for his... I'd be careful about running across that gap. Luckily you didn't get hit, but he probably still has perk. You know that guy? There's an auto rifle to your top right, the Amit user. I'd be looking up there so he doesn't light up your teammates. Okay, I would reload your gun. You're at 5. Good thing you had that. Cool. Good. Good. Again, reload your igneous. You have 3 shots now. You only have you only have enough for 1 kill. Oh no. He doesn't know. Oh, he's just looking for an opportunity to super. If he gets 2 here, that's huge. Okay, he got 2. Let's go. So they just have to kill this last guy. Hot dog leaving. Going for the flank sucks. Killed Wraith. Hot dog finished him off. That's a close game. GG's. And I know you carried him, man. But I'm just trying to focus on the things to improve on, you know? So, let's go to the 3rd game. Okay, Strand Warlock with Thorn. Probably Necrotics. Way too far for a for a 140, my friend. Don't even peek at that lane. Go from here, slide across, take this corner. But bear in mind, you have that ledge underneath that can jump up on you. But that is going to be your 140 range. That way you're still playing cover. But unfortunately, you're in SMG, sidearm, and all kinds of CQC range right there. So I just wouldn't take this lane unless I had a 120. Or a pulse. Or a sniper. It's a collision. So make sure your kills are helping you either A, take the zone, or secure the zone. Your teammate's got to kill. Oh, it's trials. I lied. It's trials. Disregard. Zone time. It's too far for your 140. You should be playing down in this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's up there. Good stuff. Great play, but again, you get this kill? You don't have to leave that piece of cover. Your stuff is going to chase him, and you're just risking yourself for no reason. But great play, you got the kill. That's all that matters. You got all the kills. Gotta drop this habit of pointing at lanes you don't have the range for, though. Don't look down this lane. Good stuff. I'd probably try to save that for when you're in actual danger. I understand you probably were doing it to 3rd person peek to like see them as you go, but you could do that just by sliding, right? You didn't gather a lot of important information. If you wanted to do that to see if the heavy was safe, that's one thing. Like if you used your thing to like bait that out so your teammates could grab heavy while you're just like running around. So as a controller player, you're gonna have better target acquisition if you hip fire to find them and then AD like that. You did perfect, but don't ADS till you actually have them, or at that point just go for the double melee. Right there, your teammate kind of pushed past the heavy, and I would have made sure I was with him. Like I said, maybe use the weave lock to try to bait out the heavy, or even better yet, you had weave walk. We'll go back to this guy. You had weave walk for this. If you're like, oh crap, I don't know what to do, just try to weave walk to the nearest piece of cover, right? That probably would have done you better. I know you maybe didn't want to use it because you were potentially the last one alive, but I believe in you, man. I know you can. Clutch. And you're backing up out of range. You were in range. Okay. Nice kill. I don't know why that guy was out there low. Drop a rift there. Oh. I see. You're trying to make a lot of bugs. I see. It ends up working out. I definitely would have just kept your hand cannon shotgun out with how close he was. You're hottie, but that's okay. You wanted to make a whole bunch of bugs. That made me worried though. Doesn't look like you're gonna get your super this game, which I wouldn't expect from the bug spray super anyways. Let's go. Push that guy on your right. Yo, no. I would have immediately been in there. Would have been in it. He's low and burning. You knew exactly where the guy was on your right. Oh no. Okay. Right here. Two things. Let's back up. You know this guy's ran. You know this guy's here. Immediately run forward with your solar hottie. You let him get away. Then right here, play this corner or this corner. Don't push out in the middle. Now that this person's died, you should be playing this corner doorway to try to get a kill and get the advantage to get the res. Remember, you have this as a get out of jail free card and a res behind you. So you're not down. It's 2v2. You have control of both reses. Don't push him. I think you've so far have had 7 rounds and have used your weave walk for information gathering and 1 play that came to fruition. You're losing a fight. Weave walk. Reposition. Live to fight another day. That's the whole point. Thank you. You're Wraith from Apex Legends. Go into the void. Not saying your teammates are doing much better, but I want to see you use this kit. Too far. Luckily, he challenged you close. There's a Redrix on the other side of that rock. You can tell that by hearing. Nice kill. Yeah, just try to have the right weapons out, because once you're that close, hottie time. I think that's another thing I'd look at. So far it's like, why am I holding this position? Where do I want to go? Don't hold lanes so you don't have the range for. And have your close range weapon out for close range stuff. Yep, nice angle. If your teammate pushes in, he'll probably die. But you guys have the advantage. Cool. Remember, yeah, this is what I do right. I would have immediately went out. So yeah, I know you went for bugs, like bug central, right? Go back in. Damn. So, 2 huge things. You can go back in. As soon as he gets a res, fly at this guy with your weave walk, so your teammate can either A, get the res and he'll be distracted by you, or B, he will not get distracted, he'll start shooting at your teammate, and then you can just hottie him from behind. Like, just get at him. Then once you go into, you drop your, you like, okay, I need my bugs. Alright, do that in the corner. And then go back into weave walk here, because you're going to heal through that burn with the rift and all that. And if he gets the res, he gets the res. Sometimes you have to give up the res, but you have a res too. And what I would be doing is not for this res, because it's out in the open. I would have weave walked in the rift, got more health, and then get this guy, because he's in a corner. Because this guy's going to have to come around the corner to see you, where this guy just has to step out to see you on this res. And then now it's a 2v2 again. 13 with the 2-6. Like I said, you did well. You did great. Your teammates could have done better. But I want to focus on what you can do to help win more. Well, if you're interested in more of that, look in the description. You'll see a Discord link. The Pod. Mentorship session every Saturday at 7:30 PST. In those sessions, it is a scrims with mentors and myself helping you improve at the game. It's non-toxic. There are no loadout requirements or restrictions, and the only goal isn't to win or lose, it is to have mutual improvement. We also offer one-on-one sessions at the discretion and time of other mentors, and we also have film reviews that you saw here, and I'm more than happy to turn them into a YouTube video. Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for everyone who will watch, and quack quack mother duckers. Peace.